So first we're going to be making our chips. We're going to need a packet of organic corn tortillas, some chili powder, cumin, lime, and optional, you can add some salt if you want. So first we're just going to cut them into triangles. I used 5 corn tortillas just for myself, which is probably a good serving size. Then you want to just lay them out on your baking tray. I use parchment paper just so that it doesn't stick. And then we're just going to be sprinkling a little bit of our lime over the top to get them kind of wet so that our spices will stick to them. And then we're just going to be adding our chili powder, cumin, and a little bit of salt if that's what you want. For baking, we're going to want to set our oven to 450, and then we're just going to be placing them on the middle rack for about 10 minutes until they're crisp. While our chips are baking, we're going to be making our nacho cheese sauce, so we'll need 1 small red pepper, de-seeded and chopped into pieces. Then we're going to need 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of chili powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper, 1 garlic clove, 4 tablespoons of hemp seeds, the juice of half of 1 lemon, and just a teeny bit of water. I used about 1/8 of a cup. So now we're just going to be blending this on high until it's all well incorporated. You might need to use a tamper to shove it down, but you want to make sure that it's really creamy. So I usually blend it for about a minute, and if you add too much water, just add some more hemp seeds or nutritional yeast. But usually this will make about 4 servings, so this will serve 4 different nacho recipes. And it keeps the fat very low. It tastes just like nacho cheese. I'm totally addicted to this stuff. If you use it for other things, it's great. If you dip potatoes in it or use it like on a burrito or any other Mexican dish, it's amazing. So you can definitely use it for other things as well. So this is what your chips should look like when they come out of the oven, nice and crisp. For assembling this, we're going to be using a lime, some cilantro, some peppers, red onion, black beans, our nacho cheese sauce, hot sauce, pico de gallo, and optionally you can use guacamole if you're not, on a super low fat diet. So then we're just gonna assemble it and pretty much pour everything over the chips. So you can really use whatever you guys have on hand. You don't have to use black beans. You can use pinto beans, kidney beans, any other kind of beans you have, refried beans. You can use parsley instead of cilantro. Other types of peppers. You don't have to use lime if you don't have it. You could use lemon. You could just use tomatoes or anything that you really just have on hand, like red peppers or corn. And then you want to use probably 1/4 of the nacho cheese sauce, like I said, just to keep it more low fat. And the guacamole is just an added touch that I added for the video, but it really does make it taste amazing, as well as hot sauce. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. It's a super simple recipe to make, all out of whole foods, very low fat, very healthy for you. You could eat this every single day on your weight loss journey. For the full recipe, we wrote it out for you guys on our website. So it's the first link in the description box. There's also a printable PDF for you when you go shopping, and just to make it really easy for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Aha, my big moment around goal setting was that my goals weren't lighting me up in terms of how I wanted to feel, and that I was doing a lot of things to myself to reach my goals that actually weren't nourishing, and that the goal was eclipsing what my body was saying or what cash flow was saying, and basically I wasn't feeling the way I really wanted to feel. The revelation is that everything that you're doing, what you're eating, what you're bringing into your home, how you dress, who you hang out with, what you say at the boardroom table, is because you want to feel a certain way. And most of us aren't conscious about how we want to feel. And it's the most basic, primal, and divine question that you can ask yourself. How do you want to feel? It's potentially revolutionary for a lot of people, especially when we live in a culture that's all about sucking it up and enduring and not picking up the cues your adrenals are sending you because you set a goal. And usually the goal has a lot to do with being liked. You have to delight your way to delight. If joy is the aspiration, you've got to make joyful choices today, because your choices today are going to create your tomorrow. And really, at the end of the day, this is just about being present and really getting in the driver's seat of your life, really taking radical responsibility for how you feel, how you want to feel. You know, I think a lot of the belief system in this sort of self-help, new age space is that, you know, we're constantly creating our reality. Agreed, we are constantly creating our reality, but you've got to leave room for mystery. You can't explain away why everything happens to you, but you get to choose how you feel about everything that happens to you. And that, in a very roundabout but essential way, it goes back to your goals and your aspirations. Living a healthy life for me is about freedom. And, you know, all of my priorities always go back to that. And freedom for me translates to how I show up here, what I ask for. There's a lot of no thank yous in my life. I say no to 80%. Probably more of what comes my way, so that I can do what really matters most to me. And, you know, and then it's a personal choice to live a really clean life. I work just as devotedly to have, you know, a clean body and a clean life as I do a clean mind. So there's a lot of contemplation for me. There's a lot of silence, and there's like a lot of rock and roll. But yeah, I have a great relationship with the light. And that's what works.
Hi everyone! Today we're going to be making a simple and delicious chia pudding parfait. Here's what you'll need. First, measure out 1/3 cup chia seeds. Chia seeds are all the rage these days, and for good reason. They are superfoods widely recognized for their high omega-3, calcium, and antioxidant content. Next up, add 1 full cup of your favorite non-dairy milk. Here we're using almond milk, but coconut and soy milk also work wonderfully. Now to add some flavor. I recommend adding vanilla extract, but you can also add almonds or any other flavoring that you'd like. To sweeten up our chia pudding, we'll be adding 3 teaspoons of agave nectar, but you can also use maple syrup or any other sweetener of your choice. Now just mix it up really well and you'll be ready to pop it in the refrigerator. You'll want to leave it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes or up to overnight, because that gives the chia seeds a chance to absorb the moisture and become thick and gelatinous and pudding-like. When you pull it out of the refrigerator, mix it up and you've got yourself chia pudding. Now's the fun part. You can add any toppings that you'd like. I liked adding strawberries and bananas and chocolate sauce. When you're looking for a filling, nutritious, and delicious treat, chia pudding has you covered. It's easy to make and fun to turn into a creative build-your-own parfait by adding toppings like fresh fruit, dried fruit, and chocolate chips. Thanks for watching! For more videos, tips, and recipes, click subscribe and visit vegan.com.
Curry, and I wanted to give you a quick tip. So I get asked a lot of times, what do I eat before or after I work out? Which can be really complex. So let me try to make it really simple. So before you work out, you want to take in some fast-acting carbohydrates, right, and some protein. If you're going to work out right away, like within an hour of waking up, then you want to take in less calories so you're not weighted down or bloated. So maybe around 200 calories, 150 to 200 calories. If you're going to work out later, like within 2-3 hours, you have more time to digest the food. It doesn't sit there. So you can bring in about 350 calories there. Afterwards, you also want to fuel your body for repair, especially if it's a really hard workout. And you want to take in, again, proteins and carbs, but you want to take in more complex carbohydrates. So a good example of something to eat before you work out, that could be an English muffin, whole grain muffin with some almond butter on top. You could do some oatmeal with sliced bananas. I usually use a half a banana, since when you get into the whole banana, the calories start to add up. After a workout, a lot of you like to do your protein shakes, so if you're not a vegetarian, it's good to use the whey protein isolate. It gets right in, it's fast acting, goes right in and helps you start repairing. And to that you can add your banana, you could add your berries and antioxidants and stuff like that. And if you are a vegetarian, the soy proteins and the pea proteins are really good to use also. They do contain all the essential amino acids, and those go right in as well for tissue and muscle repair. And then there's a really easy one if you just want to drink some chocolate milk. That's sort of my favorite. It has protein, it has carbs. It's like the perfect after workout drink. So I hope that helps.